Beaky Buzzard is an animated cartoon character in the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies series of cartoons. He is a young turkey vulture with black body feathers and a white tuft around his throat. His neck is long and thin, bending 90 degrees at an enormous Adam's apple. His neck and head are featherless, and his beak is large and yellow or orange, depending on the cartoon. The character is depicted as simple-minded with drawled speech, a perpetual silly grin, and partially closed eyes. Beaky was partly based on Edgar Bergen's puppet Mortimer Snurd. Short subjects. The character first appeared in the 1942 cartoon Bugs Bunny Gets the Boyd, directed by Bob Clampett. The cartoon's plot revolves around the hopeless attempts of the brainless buzzard, here called Killer, to catch Bugs Bunny for his domineering Italian mother back at the nest. Beaky's voice was reminiscent of ventriloquist Edgar Bergen's character Mortimer Snurd. The voice itself was provided by voice actor Kent Rogers. Clampett brought the character back in the 1945 film The Bashful Buzzard, a cartoon that closely mirrors its predecessor, only this time featuring Beaky's hapless hunting without bugs as an antagonist. Rogers reprised his role as the character's voice for the film, but he was killed in a naval aviation training accident at Pensacola, Florida before finishing all his dialogue, so Stan Freberg was brought in to finish the work. Clampett left the studio in 1946, ending Beaky's career for a time. The character was eventually brought back in the 1950 Friz Freleng film The Lion's Busy, now voiced by the versatile Mel Blanc. Freleng made the buzzard smarter, pitting him against a dim-witted lion named Leo. Bob McKimson also featured the character in a film that year, Strife with Father. McKimson's Beaky is again back to his idiotic self, this time under the tutelage of his adoptive father, a sparrow who is trying to teach Beaky how to survive in the wild. Later minor appearances. Most recently Beaky has had minor roles in various Warner Brothers projects, such as Tiny Toon Adventures, where he plays the mentor of the character Concord Condor, and the movie Space Jam, being unvoiced in the film, and 2003's Looney Tunes, back in action as an Acme pilot, voiced by Joe Alaskey. Beaky was going to have a cameo in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but rights to the character could not be obtained in time. Beaky Buzzard appeared in the video game Bugs Bunny, Lost in Time, and was used as an enemy in Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 4. He also appeared in the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries in the episode 3 Days and 2 Nights of the Condor, where he was voiced by Jeff Bennett. Beaky's mother, who appeared in many of his original shorts, also appeared in an episode of the show. Beaky was put in one episode of Duck Dodgers. Beaky appears in the Looney Tunes show episode Ridiculous Journey, voiced by Jim Cummings. He is shown to rescue anyone who is lost in the desert and rides a hot air balloon. This is what Beaky did when he found Sylvester, Tweety, and Taz. While getting them across the desert, Beaky's balloon is attacked by the tracker Black Jacques Shellac, who was pursuing the 3 animals. Beaky tries to rescue them only to be incapacitated by a net shot by Shellac. Beaky is set to appear once again in Looney Tunes cartoons, voiced by writer Michael Ruocco. Comics and merchandising. Beaky is featured in several issues of Dell Comics' Looney Tunes comic book series, usually paired with another minor player, Henry Hawk, and additionally appeared in a print spin-off of Space Jam in 1997. The character was licensed for Looney Tunes merchandise such as a metal coin bank, and, in 1973, a collectible Pepsi bottle. Filmography. Warner Films theatrical short subjects. Other appearances.